I think that's a really, really intriguing matchup. Gaethje doesn't really get held down, and Khabib holds everybody down. So I think that'll be really where the fight is. On the feet, Gaethje's looking scary, and on the mat, Khabib's always looking scary. So it's an intriguing matchup, and I'm looking forward to that.
Who do you think takes it?
Oh, I gotta stick with Khabib. I think he's been just doing the same thing to pretty much everybody. So I see him winning again.
Do I think he has the power? Yes. And all I heard from guys like Brendan Schaub and Rogan and all these other guys is everybody that covers MMA is that Khabib had no shot on the feet, had the fight stay on the feet against Conor. Well, I just feel like when people have to continuously worry about a takedown that's so on point like Khabib's, they don't release their hands. Their hands are stuck at their elbows are stuck at their hips, and they're not trying to reach, they're not trying to block their punches as much as they're trying to defend the takedown. And that opens up, and we saw it with Conor. I went back and forth with Schaub for I don't know how long. Oh man, if he fights the way he fought Ali Quinta, Conor McGregor's gonna knock him out, blah, blah, blah. I said, look, the guy's so afraid of getting taken down, which Gaethje will be afraid of that.
Let the best fighter win, whoever performs the best that night, whoever prepared the best that night, and get their hand raised, whoever it is, you know, it's let the better fighter win. That's all I got to say. I'm not really rooting for anybody in that fight, but I do think that if Gaethje can keep the fight in the middle of the octagon, that he can give Khabib some trouble, man. I think it's going to be hard to get him down in the open space. Definitely hard to hold him in the open space. But will Justin be able to keep his back off the fence and land those shots and make Khabib work for takedowns in the open? That's the big question.
I think those are the two toughest guys. I think whoever makes the other guy fight their B side is going to be the guy that's going to win, because it's not just going to be attack and attack, because they're both completely different fighters. So the key for Gaethje to win is he's a risk taker. He has to continue to take risks, chop down the legs, defend shots, focusing on that. Khabib, he's a gamer. He's got to base the fight on feel and see where this fight goes, because Justin Gaethje, one of those calf kicks would change the whole course of the fight.
You know, there are reasons why Justin's so dangerous. One, his ability to wrestle defensively. Yep. You know, he's a high-level wrestler. I know he doesn't use his wrestling offensively as much as people might want to see, but he's a high-level wrestler, NCAA All-American. His boxing and stand-up is as good as it comes. He's got fantastic cardio, and he's got an iron chin, you know. So he's very, very difficult matchup for Khabib. With that being said, I believe Khabib Nurmagomedov is the most dominant fighter MMA has ever seen. Yeah. And I understand that there's been some great guys to this point, but nobody makes it look as easy as Khabib Nurmagomedov. And I do believe that he's going to retire undefeated. And I believe that he's going to retire undefeated sooner than later, because when you get to 28, 29-0, no hiccups, man. Like, he made no mistakes. Yeah. You know, won 28 straight fights, like 12-0 in the UFC. So I just think he's the most dominant fighter the UFC's ever seen, and I don't think we're ever going to see anything like him again whenever he walks away from the sport.